Alright, hi there. My name is Ronan Costa. I do BCM116, and this is my project prototype video for assignment 3. We first need to unpack the term Wondercomer, which essentially means a cabinet of wonder. You think about like the old collections that you'd find in museums of like antique phones or just other sorts of antiques that are presented within a cabinet, and each item will tell its own story and will create curiosity in the people who are invested in discovering what those items are and what they mean to people in terms of the greater context of history. With my project, I want to try and do the same thing and create a cabinet of wonder. I'm going to create a collection of ambient soundscapes and landscapes within the Wondercomer project, and they're going to represent the life that I live and that a lot of other people have lived during lockdown, being in lockdown. And the project at this stage is going to be called Unlocked Down, which I'm personally very, very pleased with as a name. Yeah, so I've gotten a couple of different inspiration sources for my project. Some of them being Chris Watson's Inside the Circle of Fire, which is a Sheffield sound map. He went around to various locations in Sheffield, which is I believe a city or a town in the UK, and captured not just videos of landscapes there, but also the sounds of life within those landscapes, and it's very immersive and very interesting and worth checking out. A few of the other inspirations for the project include Gordon Hempton's Sanctuaries of Silence, which is a 360 interactive video of a bunch of different places with audio recorded along with it, and you can actually scroll into different sections of the video and check out different parts of the landscape. I want to do something like that, but I'm limited to what I can do being in lockdown. My video won't be in 360, but it will still be very immersive and very cool. So I want to make a bunch of visuals that also match with a sort of surreal ambient tone, so there will be definitely parts which are very much like reality. Very much just things you could almost put on in the background and just have them playing as sort of decorative display, which is sort of another place where I got my inspiration from, Dory's Reef Cam on Disney Plus, and there's a few other ones on Disney Plus similar to it. It's basically a 3-hour still shot of a part of the reef, and it's animated, and you can just leave it on in the background, but it's essentially an ambient landscape combined with a soundscape. The surreal, sort of more hyper-visualized element of my project was inspired by Flume's mixtape video that he did for his most recent album, or EP. I'll play a clip for you now. This is some of what I want to try and achieve, but not quite to this extent. But I definitely want to throw in some hyper-realistic visual elements to just sort of keep the audience ajar when they're watching stuff that they presume to be reality, mixed with some more hyper-reality. I'm also going to try and include some narration of particularly my own thoughts in terms of how I've been finding lockdown. Maybe provoke the people who watch my project and also get them to question things, which brings into the more interactive element of my project, which is the choose your own adventure style end cards. For those of you who do not know, YouTube has an end cards feature where you can basically put in whatever videos you'd like at the end for people to click on, and it will take them to that video. Certain people, like Markiplier, have actually made choose your own adventure videos which start off as just one thing, but then you can go down a bunch of different paths by picking different options, and you'll get a bunch of different endings. I want to also utilize that idea into my project one way or another, and that is still a work in progress, but I think that will be a really cool element of the production. Yeah, so really my project is two things. One, sort of just an aesthetic background pleaser for people to put up on things, but also an interactive journey that will hopefully question people on their creativity and their ability to be creative during a lockdown time when it might seem a bit more tricky to do. So that's my project at this stage. Now that I've explained it, I've also created a short trailer which will show you some of my early prototypes in work. The interactive element is not included yet, but that is to come, and you'll see how that is incorporated soon. But yes, please enjoy this trailer and let me know what you think. Thanks very much. So, you're locked down. You can't really go anywhere. You can't really do anything outside of the limited creative potential you currently have. Well, that's okay. You can make do with what you've got. You can make do with a lot of what you've got. You actually have access to a lot more than you realize. You can go places. 5Ks may not seem like a lot, but you can do a lot with that. The creative mind has unlimited potential. Immerse yourself in the quietness. Immerse yourself in the peace. There's a lot of chaos going on in the world, but right now you are here and you are enjoying this and you are a part of this. So I would encourage you in this strange time to remain active and not be silent. So I ask you, for the very first time, are you ready to become unlocked down?